Greetings and salutations. Thank you for lending an ear to The Voice of the Times for New Year's Eve, December 31, 2020. For today's editorial, A Year to Remember. We suspect that the New Year's Eve celebrations that people will be having later tonight, safely of course, in accordance with government guidelines and common sense precautions to prevent the spread of COVID-19, will be sincerely enthusiastic, more than they would be in any normal year. There is a palpable sense of relief in the air, a shared feeling that we made it, withstood the worst 2020 could throw at us, and all are still standing to see it end. That happy realization, however, is tempered by the knowledge that not all of us are. More than 9,000 of our fellow countrymen have been lost to the coronavirus pandemic, which has claimed 1.8 million lives around the world. Many of us here in these offices have lost friends or family members, or know someone who has. And the same is true for people all across the country. Far from being no worse than the seasonal flu, as some ill-informed and inconsiderate naysayers have scoffed, COVID-19 has been the worst pandemic the world has suffered in at least 50 years. The pandemic alone makes 2020 one of the most historically significant years in our lifetime, for the entire world, and within our own national community. And what happened during this year is sure to be subject to detailed analysis and commemoration for decades to come. Obviously, the tragedies will be remembered, the lives lost, the economic disasters great and small, and the extraordinary disruptions to daily life. The manner in which the pandemic was managed by the government will undoubtedly be critiqued extensively as well, and it should be, because that process is how we collectively learn how to perform better. We can ponder the negatives of 2020 at our leisure. However, rather than dwell on that now, when we are all more interested in celebrating that this year is finally over, we would like to highlight some of the unexpected positive developments of the year, which we may take forward to give some hope for a better 2021. The deep economic recession brought about by the pandemic and the necessary restrictions to stop its spread caused a great deal of hardship, but as the old saying goes, necessity is the mother of invention. A happy side effect of job losses and the collapse of normal economic activity was an explosion of entrepreneurship, most of it done online. Tens of thousands of Filipinos needing some way to generate a livelihood unleashed their creativity and went into business for themselves, making and selling everything from food delicacies to craft items to stylish pandemic accessories such as customized face masks. Not only did the activity ease the financial burden for the entrepreneurs, but their products were also a welcome comfort to customers likewise stuck at home due to month-long quarantine restrictions. One of the most impressive developments, at least for people in Metro Manila, is that the pandemic instantly solved the decades-old problem of unruly buses causing chaos on the city's busiest road. After years of fruitless discussion about creating an effective bus transit system along EDSA, the Department of Transportation, along with the Metro Manila Development Authority, built one, almost overnight. After a few weeks of predictable teething troubles, most caused by bus drivers being slow to grasp the concept of disciplined operations, the system has become a model of safety and efficiency. And finally, in spite of the challenges of the pandemic and multiple natural calamities, the nation's agriculture sector, under the dynamic leadership of Agriculture Secretary Dr. William Dar, turned what could have been a disastrous situation into the country's one macroeconomic bright spot, posting continuous growth while all other sectors of the economy were suffering deep contractions. Imaginative and rapidly implemented solutions kept a locked-down country well-fed and improved a lot of impoverished farmers across the country. These examples of real Filipino resilience are what give us hope that, as long as we remember the positive lessons of 2020, no matter what 2021 may bring, our country and its people will not only endure, but thrive. And that's the editorial for New Year's Eve, December 31, 2020. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and listen to the voice of the Times.